This video is going to guide you through setting up your Google Apps account. The tasks covered in this video include signing up for your free Google Apps account, verifying domain ownership, adding MX entries, CNAME and SPF records, filling out the business infrastructure info sheet, and uploading that info sheet to your Google Docs account, and finally verifying that your email works properly with Gmail and that the CNAME records you add resolve properly. So the first thing you want to do is head over to Google Apps. And this is the Google Apps homepage. You want to hover over Solutions and click on Google Apps Free. Once on this page, you're going to click the Get Started button, and then you're going to enter your domain name. Now, I've actually already created a Google Apps account for secured property investments, so I'm going to put in another domain name here. I'm going to just say ybid.com and click on Get Started. This is the next page you're going to see. You want to fill this information out, and once you do, you're going to end up on the very first page of your Google Apps account, the administration page. So I've already done that, and once you're done, you're going to end up on this page right here. And basically what it's going to ask you to do is verify that you own your domain. To do that, you click Next. All right, and your hosting provider is not going to be listed here. So click on Other, and what you want to do is add a text record in your cPanel account, and this is how the domain is going to be verified. To do that, you go over to HostGator, you're on the home page, you want to scroll down to the bottom, go to Advanced DNS Zone Editor, you want to click on that, you're adding a text entry here, and what you want to do, you want it for your domain name. In my case, it's securedpropertyinvestments.com. And TTL, I'm going to stick with what cPanel gives, text entry, and then add that data. Click on Add Record, and if I scroll down here, here's the site verification right here. So once you've done that, you go back in here, you just click on Verify, and you should be set and ready. So come back to this page, click Next, and as you can see, already verified using this method. So I'm going to click on Not Now because it's already verified. It's going to take me to this page, and I'm going to click on Do This Later, and now it's going to keep guiding you through. So users and groups, I'm going to keep clicking Next. That's not essential at this point in time. If you have some other users you want to add, you can do that in this step. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue to click Next. I don't need any Google groups. Continue to click Next. I don't need those options. Then it's going to say choose your core apps. I'm just going to leave it as it's selected here. I'm going to click Next, and now it's time for email setup. To do this, what you need to do is add MX entries, and what I've done below this video, there's a text file, and that's going to have the actual MX entries that you need to add. So here's what the text file looks like, and what you want to do are add all of these MX entries here. Priority 1, to do that, you go back to your cPanel account, and you go to the home page, and you're going to scroll down, and you'll see right here, MX entry. And what you want to do is add right here. As you can see, I've already added them, but basically what you do, you put a 1 in here, and then you'd add this one right here, so on and so forth, and you will do that for each one of these. So once you're done with that, you go back to Google Apps, you can click Next, and you don't need to do this stuff. As you can see, here's what you added. Just click on Next, check status. You don't need to do that at this point in time. Click Next, and then add more domains. This would be if you have another website you're selling a product for and you want to run everything through this particular Google Apps account. At this point in time, I don't have it. You're probably not going to have it, so you can just click Next. Advanced security settings. Basically what this is going to do, you want to add an SPF record, and it's going to prevent people from basically forging your domain and using that to send email out. And to do this, below the video there is a SPF text file, and in that file you're going to add an SPF text record, and you're going to put this right here when you add it. So I'm going to copy that, I've already done it, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyways. So now what you want to do is you want to go back to the home page and you want to scroll down to Advanced DNS Editor, and then you're going to add your SPF record. And it looks like, okay, it's going to be yourdomain.com. So it's going to be, in my case, securedpropertyinvestments.com, TTL, we'll say that, and it's going to be a text record. Okay, then you paste that string into there, click add record, and once you do, you are going to see it listed down here, and in my case it's already done. So here is the SPF record that I've added. Okay, so once you're done with that, go back to your Google Apps account and click next, and this is basically showing you the actual applications that you have in your account, how to use them and everything. I'm just going to skip all of this, continue to click next, next, next. Okay, next here, and create and share. Same thing, click next here. Okay, this is taking a moment, so I'm actually going to pause it and come back once it's progressed. Okay, it took a minute. Now what you want to do is create custom web addresses for your apps. So instead of having this long string right here, what I want to do is, if I want to access Gmail, everything right here is going to be replaced with mail. So it'll be mail.securedpropertyinvestments.com. If I enter that address into the address bar in the browser, it's going to take me to Gmail. So to do this, you need to add CNAME entries. And below the video, there is another text file that has the CNAME entries you're going to need to add. So the first thing you need to do is delete the existing CNAME entry for mail. You want to delete mail.yourdomain.com, and then once you do that, you're going to add these CNAME entries in here. So to do that, you will go to your cPanel account, and basically I'm going to refresh this page. Delete this here. Alright, delete that there. Okay, so now I want to add a CNAME entry, and we'll say calendar.securedpropertyinvestments, the TTL, once again will be that, and the CNAME, you want to go to ghs.google.com. As you can see here, okay, ghs.google.com. You want to add all of these, and once you do, let's see here. All right, you can see that I've added each of them right here. Once you're done adding the CNAMEs, there's one more step that you need to do to get these particular addresses resolving properly. You need to go back into Google Apps. We'll go back to this place. We'll click next. Okay, and now we're at the marketplace. For the most part, you're done. But what you have to do before the CNAME records you added are going to resolve properly is you have to go to service settings. So click on that, email. Okay, I've already done it for this. As you can see, the web address mail.securedpropertyinvestments.com, I changed that, but you need to do it for each of the CNAME services or CNAME records that you added that correspond to the services. So mail is one of them, calendar is next. So if I click on that, as you can see, here is the existing calendar URL. I want to change that URL, and I'm going to change it to this right here, calendar.securedpropertyinvestments.com. Click continue. Okay, I have completed these steps. All right, so that's calendars. Now you want to do it for Google Docs. Same thing here. Change URL to Docs. Click that, continue. I've completed these steps. All right, and then the final one, sites. Once again, click change, click that, click continue. I've completed these steps, and now your CNAME records are set up. So the next step, now that this is done, is to finish filling out the business infrastructure info sheet, specifically the setup Google Apps portion. So in my case, Google Apps domain name, I entered that. the username and password that I created when I signed up, and then the mail, docs, calendar, and sites URLs. I enter that in, and once I'm done with that, I want to click on Save, and you're going to do this too. And then what you want to do is upload it to your Google Docs account. So what you need to do is head over to your Google Docs account, and this is what the Google Docs account looks like the first time you log in. It's actually just going to be, all you have to do is type in docs.google.com, because you're already logged into your Google Apps account. It's going to take you to this homepage. So once you're here, you just click on Upload. Okay, and then what you want to do is drag the business infrastructure info sheet into here. Okay, and then click on Start Upload. And it's uploaded, so now you go back to Google Docs and you should see it here. And what you want to do is actually create collections over here and file everything so that it's organized for future reference. So once you're done with that, you want to verify that the CNAME records you added are resolving properly and that your email is working through Gmail. So the first thing I recommend is verifying that the CNAME records are resolving. As you can see right now, move this up, here is the actual address bar, the address that's in it. What you want to do is go then yourdomain.com and just hit enter and make sure it's working. So secured property investments, if I click enter, as you can see, it took me to this page. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do mail.secured property investments, hit enter, and it's taken me to the Gmail account. Same thing for calendar. Okay, and it's taken me to the calendar. And finally, there are sites.secured property investments.com. Okay, and it's taken me to the Google sites. So now I know the CNAME records are working properly. Now what I want to do is actually go into Gmail and I want to verify that that is functioning. Alright, so here's the Gmail account. The way I recommend doing this is just send an email to yourself from another email account with another service that you have. So in my case, I'm actually going to send it through Yahoo. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to pause it and make sure everything's working properly. Okay, so I just logged in to my Yahoo account and I sent a message to jeff@securedpropertyinvestments.com, and as you can see right here, the message, test to verify that email is working, it arrived as it should have. So before I say, all right, it works, what I need to do is make sure I can send email out. So I'm just going to click on reply, and I'm going to say test to verify email can be sent. You want to do the exact same thing, and once you've entered that in, just click send. And the goal here is to not get a message kickback that says there's a problem. So if I click on this, test to verify, we see that. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to log into my Yahoo account and make sure that I receive the email. Okay, let me drag this over. Alright, as you can see, here is the message that was just sent. Test to verify email can be sent. So email is functioning properly now, and the CNAME records are resolving properly. The business infrastructure info sheet's been uploaded. So basically everything as far as getting your Google Apps account set up is done. And the next step is to build your business website, and the next video is going to guide you through that. So as before, if you have any questions, just let me know. Other than that, thank you for your time. Bye for now, and I will talk to you soon.